My name is Sutton Tinsley, and I was involved, along with various members of the Facilities Committee, with the Steeple Replacement that took place a couple years ago. John Henry Newman in the 1800s said, "I sought to hear the voice of God and climbed to the topmost steeple, but God declared, 'Go down again, I dwell among the people.'" The church steeple has been a part of Christian architecture since the 12th century, and it played a valuable role in the community. As a bell tower, it would keep local time for the community, welcome that same community come together to worship, and the bells would celebrate joyful times and mark times of sadness. Visually, it would often be the highest point in a community, and the structure itself reminded people to look to God. While we no longer need church bells to know what time it is or what time church starts, or a tall steeple to locate our church, the First Presbyterian congregation has been blessed with a gorgeous building that both points us to God and provides us a place to gather. As you may know, the Steeple project was a major part of the Rooted and Reaching campaign and the aging fixture of our church. The steeple had caused constant maintenance issues since the 1990s. Continuous leaking into the rooms below had been causing plaster damage for years. Unable to find a solution to the problem, a kiddie pool had actually been utilized to help catch as much water as possible. It did a little bit of good. The original steeple was an extremely heavy structure that actually was designed to move ever so slightly in the wind. But all that movement over its 70-year history had caused gaps in different areas, ultimately leading to its leaking. The Facilities Committee had had many people look at ways of repairing it, and a quote of over $300,000 had been estimated to do major repairs. This would have required extensive work, replacing flashing and rotten wood, and about $80,000 of that cost would have gone just to the scaffolding alone. So all of this work, and at the end, all of this work would have left us with just a 70-year-old structure that was still swaying in the wind, and the price didn't account for the further rot issues we would have likely discovered along the way. Research was done by Bill Gale and myself to investigate replacing the structure, and after meeting with Campbellsville Industries and Preston Craighill with Jamerson Lewis, it became evident that a replacement was the best long-term solution. Our total cost to replace the steeple, along with the damaged room below, came in at around $412,000. With this investment, we now have a steeple that is far less than half the weight and sits on a base that will no longer leak. And even if it did, it'd be far easier to fix and a lot cheaper too. Maintenance costs are extremely reduced, as thousands of dollars are saved every 8 or so years because it no longer needs to be painted. It is important to know that the money given towards this project has helped us set us up for the next 70 years. An aging building such as this one can continue to have problems, but doing the work the right way will save us tremendously in the long run. I thank you all for the support that you've shown to First Presbyterian Church with your generous gifts and all your time and talents. As we wrap up the final months of the Rooted and Reaching campaign, I hope that you will contribute the remaining amounts of your pledge as well, and if you haven't given to the campaign, I ask that you prayerfully consider a contribution. First Pres has been a home for me and so many others for a long time, and I can't tell you how much it excites me to see all the love and support that is shown by each of its members. Thank you.